Power of attorney is important in care centers, especially if you have parents living in a care center and you are away overseas, living or working, or you have frequent travel to, let's say, Australia, Europe, China, and you are away. Now, power of attorney for care centers, over the years, I have been given the power of attorney, but it is not the full irrevocable power of attorney. It is a limited power of attorney with specific instructions. Now, I'm going to share with you now how it works, and perhaps you should actually think about it. If you are parents with children working overseas and you are living in Malaysia, another country, or you are someone working overseas with parents who are frail and sickly, and you're not sure when their last days will end, you should seriously consider discussing with your friends or the care centers and your lawyers, if you have, in Malaysia, to prepare and execute a limited power of attorney. Now, what is this limited power of attorney? How does it help? Perhaps let me start by talking about, in the event of death, what will take place and how is the process in Malaysia. You see, if you are living in Malaysia and your parents also in Malaysia, okay, in Malaysia, when a senior passes away in a hospital, it is quite easy, because in hospital they can certify death and they have police to assist to make all the reports in a hospital, especially government hospital. It is quite straightforward. Okay, if they pass away, because all the medical reports are there. They have all the things that they needed to prove the death is not a fraud or someone tried to kill your parents over money, because that's what happened. Now, however, if someone is living in a care center or living at home with other people who is a guardian, this is something for you to think about. Now, in the event that you're a senior citizen passes on in a care center or at home, first thing you need to do is you have to call the ambulance to 999, okay, 999, to send an ambulance with a medical assistant to certify that they are no longer alive. They have departed. Okay, they will check their eyes, check their breath and the pulse, and they will write a note. Now, once they certify they are gone, they will give a note or a chop or stamp, okay, with a piece of paper given to you. Then you take this and go to a police station near your area, okay, and you will report the death, and the police will give you a death certificate. Now, this process takes some time because the police will need to take your statement, step one. Step two, they will also need to verify with the medical assistant who came to certify the demise. Now, after that is done, you will have to call a funeral director to remove the remains. Now, this is generally true to the non-Muslim. The Muslim is slightly different in treatment, okay. But I'm going to talk about the non-Muslim first today. So these are the process. Call the death outside, at home or in a care center. Call the ambulance. Then with the sleep, you go to the police station. Then you call the funeral director to remove the remains. So those are the 3 steps. So how does a power of attorney works? Maybe I tell you a story, okay? A real incident. A few years ago, I was given the power of attorney, limited power of attorney, for a lady with cancer stage 4. Now, she was still active. She's okay. She's healthy and all those things, looking outside, okay? But she was stage 4 cancer. And she gave me the power of attorney, the limited power of attorney, okay? Because she has no relatives here in Malaysia, because she left for Hong Kong for a long time, and most of them are no longer around. and not many close relatives around. So they gave me the power of attorney limited. So what can I do? What is in that particular what you call special instruction? Okay, so I am allowed to make a decision for her in the event her conditions deteriorate. I can make a decision to send her to hospital of my choosing. Well, of course, actually, she has chose for me already. So my choosing is what she has chose. You know? So that's one. Then the second thing is, her instruction for me is that in the event her situation is critical, I am allowed to tell the doctor, yes, I have the power of attorney, and I can give the instruction of do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate. In other words, let her go. I'm also given the instruction to arrange her funeral affairs, her final rites, and then the cremation, and then she gave the instruction to take her ashes up to Cameron Highland and throw it into the air. That was her instruction. And together with the instruction, she gave me 30,000 ringgit. So sitting in the company account, we put it aside, and when the day she departed, which she did, I followed the instruction and actually deliver what was promised. I even conducted the so-called funeral for her. So that was all done, no problem. So she ashes flying around in Cameron Highland. That's a few years ago. So that's how a limited power attorney works. So there are many versions, okay? Each one will be different, but they are roughly around the same. So power of attorney is very important. Okay, if you are away, you should seriously discuss. Now, who can hold the power of attorney? Now, normally in care centers, I will hold it, and the instruction goes like this: I hereby who and who, IC number, and you give the instruction and allow Mr. F. Fong Manto, of this center, or anyone that he appoints, to assist in the affairs, is allowed to execute the instructions as stated below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instructions, or 6 or 7. So it is a very simple thing. You should do it. You should consider it. That's my thought for you. This is a long post, but it's worth watching. It gives you a lot of information.